Welcome to Fragments of Perception, an Autistic Odyssey by Eleanor Rowlands. We've already made a massive start on the project and things are moving quickly now. I always begin with storytelling, sharing narratives that weave together Welsh folklore and lived autobiographical experience. This project blends those threads into something uncanny, drawing on my experience of being autistic. Nature is central to that process, not just as a setting or a symbol, but as a co-conspirator. As someone who is autistic, I experience the world through heightened sensory awareness, deep pattern recognition, and an intense connection to rhythm and cycle, all of which resonate powerfully with the natural world. Nature becomes a kind of translator. Its textures, repetitions, silences, and subtle shifts reflect ways of perceiving that feel intuitive to me. As someone who experiences mutism, delay, doubles, and association, I find that collaborating with nature supports non-linear storytelling, emotional resonance without the need for explanation, and the presence of something ancient, slow-moving and wise, much like folklore itself. Witchy symbols and archetypes sit easily within this space, offering yet another language for expressing what doesn't always come easily through direct speech. Before we even got started, I spent a lot of time talking with Barrett about references, films, stories, and the ideas I was holding. Those early conversations really helped us fuse our creative approaches and build a shared language. We both connected deeply on themes of alchemy, tarot imagery, and surrealism. He instantly understood what I was going for, and because we're both neurodivergent, my artistic vision was clearly recognized and held from the very beginning. That shared understanding has been a huge part of what's made the collaboration feel so fluid and aligned. The first part of the video offers a glimpse into one of our earliest all-team meetings, with everyone present in that session. We explored what we could realistically achieve within our 20,000 experiment fund and began identifying what would be needed for our next application under the Expand strand. From the start, I wanted to create an immersive world, one that dives deep beneath the forest floor, using heritage sites and the symbolism of woven tree roots as a kind of tunnel or threshold between two realms. This root network forms the transition between the forest world and the waterfall space, guiding the audience through something mythic, earthy, and transformative. We knew early on that full responsiveness wouldn't be possible in this phase. Both of my creative technologists confirmed this due to time and budget constraints. So instead, we're using a green screen studio to simulate interaction and create a richly immersive environment. The atmosphere is surreal, witchy, and symbolic, full of archetypes, layered visuals, and rich textured sound. After that first meeting, I wrote a script for the mystic figure who appears in the green screen scenes. I've also been working closely with Jim on sound design, especially around the emotional shift from forest to water, and how sound can serve as a bridge between those two worlds. On Friday the 18th, we were in the green screen studio filming the mystic figure as she interacted with nature and moved through the space. One thing I want to point out is the quality of the two creative texts. They're not only creative texts, but they're artists, but they're also deeply intuitive. Jim understood what I was struggling to stay. I live with process delay, and I also live with mutism. There were moments where I was struggling to speak, and Jim took over for me. It was because of this level of trust and respect and care. It created an accessible space for me where I felt safe enough to keep quiet and allow him to lead, but he was saying everything I meant to say. Right now, I'm developing a second version of the script and recording a new layer of audio that blends narrative, questions, and prompts for the audience. I have 5 more sessions planned with Jim and Valeria to compose and refine the sound and music for the immersive world Barrett is creating. Last week, we brought the group back together to check in on progress from the creative tech side. We're focusing on making the experience as immersive as possible. While real-time interactivity isn't achievable at this stage, we're simulating it through layered sound, syncing audio with visuals and using pre-filmed footage of the mystic figure to create the illusion of presence and connection. This journey into immersive tech has already taught me so much, not just about the tools themselves, but about how they can hold emotion, story, and sensory experience in ways that feel deeply aligned with how I already see and move through the world. I've learned that technology doesn't always have to flatten or formalize. It can actually expand, distort, echo, and whisper. It can honor intuition. It can support magic. Working this way has shown me that immersive tech isn't just about spectacle, it's about crafting worlds that people feel. It's about building slow, strange spaces where audiences can sense, reflect, and maybe even recognize parts of themselves in the roots, in the water, or in the voice of the mystic figure calling to them. They might even recognize that the mystic figure might also be a part of them and who they are.